Welcome to the Royal Cruise Cast by RoyalCruiseBlog.com. We're here to help you get the most out of your next Royal Caribbean cruise vacation, so you can have an amazing time on board and in the ports of call.
Here you'll learn everything you'll need to know about cruising with Royal Caribbean. We'll talk about planning, booking, shore excursions, food, beverages, answer your questions, and have the occasional guests.
We're your hosts, Sapple and Rob. Welcome aboard. Welcome back to our bi-weekly podcast.
We're thrilled you're here.
Well, we just got off the Oasis of the Seas just a few days ago. It was on a 7-night Eastern Caribbean itinerary. We went to Labadee, San Juan, St. Thomas, and Coco Cay. And we want to go ahead and cover that sailing and give you guys an honest review of what we thought about it.
It was our anniversary.
Yeah.
It was our 5-year anniversary, so...
Yeah, so it was a big milestone.
Yeah, and we splurged a little bit on a few things, like the photos and stuff, but I think overall it was a good cruise.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So first off, we had a balcony stateroom on deck 14, ocean view.
It was like forward, starboard.
Yeah.
All the way forward. Like, actually didn't mind it.
Yeah, it was actually stateroom 14538.
Now I remember it.
If you want to look that up, yeah.
Every time they asked what your stateroom was, I was like, I don't know.
Yeah, I really enjoyed that because the next deck up is
the solarium.
That and the pool deck. So the solarium has glass surrounding it, so you really don't have anyone on an upper deck kind of looking down into your balcony, which was nice.
Why? Were you doing something wrong? You shouldn't have been on your balcony?
No, not at all.
Oh, you are such a liar. So anyway, I loved that the solarium was one floor up because we just jumped up the stairs. So when you're in a ship that has, 6,500 passengers, it's hard to get an elevator. So I didn't mind going up a flight of stairs to go to the pool.
Yeah, I think, most of our time is spent in the solarium. So it was nice, if we wanted to run back to our cabin for any reason.
It was a convenient place, convenient location in the ship. I did enjoy it.
On sea days, we just spent most of our time where? In the solarium, in the pools, in the hot tub.
Back in the pools, back in the hot tub, back in the pool.
Yeah, just mainly socializing.
Yeah. We
didn't really go and take advantage of any of the entertainment that was going on during the day, other than the
bar.
Other than the escape room.
The escape room. That was fun.
Yeah.
I've never done an escape room. And I know you said you did one on like a company trip, like a team building exercise, which I get. Oh, I get why companies use that as a team building exercise. You really needed to work together. Well, actually, I'm Facebook friends now with one person that we were in the escape room with.
Yeah.
Yeah. So I thought that was a lot of fun. It was really well put together. It was the Apollo 16.
Yeah. Something like that.
So one of the Apollo missions, we had to find all these clues in order to prepare for launch.
Yeah.
It was really cool. Yeah. I don't want to spoil much more because there
was a lot of math and stuff involved, but
I think we really
I think we did really good.
I think we did really good. We did really good. The guy said that so far our time was the time to beat with 11 minutes and change left on the clock. I feel pretty smart.
I saw a lot of other people that were saying that they had the best time, but they were posting times.
Like 4 minutes?
Yeah, 4 minutes, 5 minutes left, something like that. As far as entertainment goes.
We didn't see cats.
Yeah.
We stayed in the pool. The Aqua show, what was it? Aqua 80 show was canceled.
Yeah, unfortunately, they had some sort of technical issues with they had all the water drained out of there.
Yeah.
And they were having some sort of issue with the Aqua Theater. So, unfortunate, but, they tried to make the best of what they did and
they did good.
Put on a show with some of the acrobats, but...
It was weird, but it was still good. I was actually really happy that they at least tried because I know a lot of people were complaining that the show wasn't able to go on.
The Aerosmith cover band.
We caught the end of that one once. It was pretty fun.
Yeah, those guys were...
They rocked.
Yeah, they were actually pretty good. And one of our favorites was the karaoke, which we probably spent 4 or 5 nights of our sailing in there in the evenings. So.
I don't even want to talk about the karaoke bar. How weird. Like, that would be the thing that we just wanted to do every night.
Yeah, it was a lot of fun seeing other passengers and their performances. Plus, the bar was actually, we got really speedy service.
Yeah. So, and everybody was really nice.
Yeah.
I think the host was some Italian guy, so that was kind of fun.
Yeah.
And I'm like, "Wait, I'm Italian too." You know? Now, come on, tell them why it was really fun.
Oh, it was just really fun.
No, tell them what you sang to start on the first night of the cruise to set the tone of who we are. I feel like we became a little bit of we were a little popular on this trip because of you.
Oh yeah, we did Baby Got Back.
No. He killed it. He went up there and just everybody's like, "Oh, this is gonna be funny," and he like did it really well. Baby Got Back. And after that, I think every day somebody, at least one or two people, was like, "Hey, you're RJ. You did Baby Got Back." It was too funny. We did sing almost every night, and I think I got him to do it again. Crowd wasn't as rowdy the second time around. It's a different group. They were probably tired and older. They didn't get it.
Yeah. And there was a few families too, younger families.
In the adults karaoke time slot at 11 p.m.
Yeah.
Other than that, I couldn't stand that all the fun trivia was happening while we were in port or right when we were getting back on the ship. That was my only complaint. They had a Harry Potter trivia. They had a Star Wars trivia. Like, we would have killed it. We would have won all of those, right? I mean, I read all the Harry Potter books, not to sound like a nerd or nothing, but yeah, I was so mad.
Yeah, they just had those during the day, and we were off doing other things.
Maybe they have to have something fun for the people that don't want to get off.
And one of the things they added since this ship was amped during their amplification process on pre-pandemic was the addition of the Royal Caribbean app.
Yeah, that's a new thing. Yeah,
that was nice having the deck plans and everything at your fingertips. They also have a chat feature where you can chat with everybody in your party. That was cool up until someone managed to hack the app and add every single person on the ship to it and send some inappropriate messages. So that got killed. They ended up wiping the chat feature off for the rest of the duration of the sailing.
They just removed it completely.
Yeah, which was kind of disappointing. You know, if we were apart for whatever reason on the ship, we used that to communicate back and forth. The rest of the stuff, the playmakers that was added during the amplification, we really enjoyed that.
Oh, the wings were good.
Yeah, they got some good eats down there. There is a charge for anything that you purchase for food from playmakers. They got everything from wings and burgers and stuff like that.
But it's a proper sports bar. Yeah. So I know a lot of people from Boston were on this trip. And they're like, "Oh, the Bruins game. We got to watch the game." And
yeah.
So if you're a sports fanatic, you'll be able to still watch the game. They had 1 million TVs.
Yeah, and they had pool tables, and they even had some old school arcade machines like Popeye and Defender and Pac-Man, stuff like that.
All on free play, I think. Yeah, that was neat. The Bionic Bar was fun, too. That was also a new addition since the refit. That's on the promenade deck. I don't know, we used it a few times. It was cute. If you made your own drink, you chose exactly what to put in there, this many parts of this mixer and that booze, and then you get to name it. And that was the fun that we had.
Oh, yeah. Yeah. And then they got a bunch of preloaded drinks that you can pick from as well.
Yeah,
all kinds of different mixed drinks.
Fruity drinks. And
the machine, it can shake and muddle and stir.
Wait, it can muddle?
Yeah.
Oh, I didn't notice that part.
Yeah.
Oh, that's so cool.
Yeah, you could put like a lime wedge in and it'll crush it down. So you can just save for what you want it to do.
Just no inappropriate names. It'll blur it out anyway. We already tried.
Ultimate Abyss slide.
Of course, all
had
the
to do
slides.
That was a lot of fun.
The water slides we didn't touch. We should have. I don't know why we didn't. It was a little cool, a little crisp in April,
Yeah. Nice springtime sailing. So really, it wasn't any more than, say, 82 degrees out at any one day. And the water hovered right around that same temperature. Yeah, so we did use the hot tubs a lot to go along with that. Got cooled off, turned back around, went into the hot tub and warmed back up again, and then out to enjoy the rest of the ship.
Let's go over the eats on board.
And the drinks.
Of course, you little lush. No, maybe we shouldn't. My mom always taught me if I didn't have anything nice to say, I shouldn't say anything at all.
No, the food was pretty good. It just, there was some sour points there that we didn't like.
I'm a food snob. I'm a foodie. I'm a food snob. No, I'm not a foodie. I used to be a chef. I'm a former chef for fine dining. So I am a tough critic.
Yeah.
So yes, I'm going to be a little more disappointed with it. But
Well, we could start with the Windjammer. It is what it is.
it used to be edible.
Yeah, it used to be pretty good. Seems like the food quality has definitely gone down.
Yeah, it has. We did the main dining room 4 times and did the package for the 3 specialty dining. So the main dining room was okay. It was good. There was a few things that I enjoyed. There was a few things that I really just was disappointed. Like the creme brulee really pissed me off. I think I remember the creme brulee being really good.
Yeah, I felt like some of the foods, they just didn't season them properly as what we were accustomed to in the past.
That too. Yeah, a lot of things were very bland. I'm glad they still had that escargot.
Yeah, that was good.
Yeah. I mean, you can't mess up butter and garlic.
No.
Thank God. There's certain things you can't mess up. Then you order those things. Your steak the first time was chewy and
just the grade of the meat they used for the steaks in the main dining room didn't seem
as good as they used to
even like
be.
a choice grade. It might have been just like whatever the grade select, I believe, is what it is. It was below that. So
dog food.
Not yeah, it wasn't that good.
No, but the French onion soup I really liked. I had it almost every time. Chicken cordon bleu was good. Can't mess up fried chicken. So that's why I got the chicken parmesan.
Now, this might all be just isolated to this one ship.
I hope so.
Maybe it's not, but obviously there's regional differences on suppliers and whatnot, where they're sourcing their ingredients from for the cruise. What they pick up in Miami might not be at that juncture in time, might not be the same of what they put on board in New York, New Jersey, or even LA or Texas.
That's true.
So it's going to be, your mileage may vary, and this is just a snapshot into this 1 week that we were on board.
And I'm a snob with food too, so it's take my opinion with a grain of salt depending on what you're used to.
Yeah.
I guess the question is, what do you eat at home? And then
Yeah. I think the food definitely was elevated in the specialty dining.
Yes.
A little bit better quality. Really enjoyed 150 Central Park.
Oh, I love 150 Central Park. I don't know why. It's like my favorite. Like, I know you love chops because you love yourself a good steak, but 150 Central Park, what is it? American fare with like a influence of French style cooking. So that's kind of my thing. I love it. And you know what my favorite part is? There's actually lots of vegetables on the dishes as opposed to literally everywhere else. The only vegetable you're going to get is a Caesar salad or some carrots.
Yeah. And then chops, we had a good experience in there one night, and then the other night they forgot to season the
everything.
Food. Yeah. So
no, I don't like the sides. I don't know what happened.
I like the mushrooms.
Well, salt, pepper, mushrooms are great.
Yeah.
I don't know. I think the sides were very without. The mac and cheese. I mean, if you're eating this mac and cheese in the main dining room, my expectations would be like, okay, this is the main dining room or the Windjammer, but I expect some like nice fancy cheeses in the mac and cheese in a specialty dining where you're paying extra for.
Yeah.
Right?
Yep.
Anyway, enough of my negative ranting. Aside from that, the desserts were fantastic. The desserts were fabulous. I have to give kudos to the bakery department though, all around. Well, let's move on from that. Let's talk about breakfast.
That was pretty good.
Breakfast all around the ship. Okay, I'll make this easy for you. Breakfast, doesn't matter where you go, it's all the same. Well, some places might not have fresh orange juice in your specialty coffees and some do. Some might not offer omelets and some do, but it's all the same bagels. It's the same thin sliced bacon. It all comes from the same kitchen. So there's that. But my absolute favorite place to have breakfast was room service because we had a balcony.
We really enjoyed the room service, the balcony. Just not having to get out of bed, get dressed, and run down and catch breakfast. Nice just to wake up and have someone knocking at the door, with a cart full of food for you to start your day with fresh coffee, freshly squeezed orange juice, and all of our, breakfast staples that we like.
Yeah, then they were able to give us the almond milk. Weren't able to give us the specialty coffee because we have the beverage package, but I was totally fine because their regular drip coffee was I think Lavazza coffee, which is still a pretty decent coffee. I use that brand at home, so I didn't mind that one bit. But we got room service on the morning. We went to Coco Cay, which was our last day. I just discovered in our last day that we could have breakfast because we didn't get into port till like 10 o'clock, or we're able to leave the ship until 10. So it was a nice romantic breakfast on the balcony.
Yeah, it was nice.
And room service charges a one-time fee for each time they have to come up of $7.95. You can get as much as you want, but they'll just charge you $7.95 plus tip for the trip up.
Yeah, it's not terrible.
In the grand scheme of things.
I think it was probably worth it.
Yeah.
And if you're staying in certain suites, that fee, I believe, is waived.
Nice.
Yeah.
Which ones? Let's do it. No, I'm kidding. Let's spend thousands more so we can save $8.
Yeah. Now, as far as the drinks go, we had the drink package. It was great. I took full advantage of it.
Mm-hmm.
I really love the quality of the booze on board.
The wine selection was nice.
Yeah.
I enjoyed that the most.
Yeah, the wine, the liquor, the spirits and stuff. So, I like the old fashions and
they did a good old fashioned.
Yeah, they had some nice bourbon.
We're going to talk about the deluxe beverage package. Like, I think that deserves its own episode. So, stay tuned for that. We'll definitely, once we've recovered from our cruise and done the math and looked at our purchases on board, we'll have a better idea of how worth it was. I think we got our money's worth, but that should be reserved for another episode, right?
Yeah. And the last thing we'll break down is the stops on this. This is a 7-day Eastern Caribbean itinerary where we went to Labadee, San Juan, St. Thomas, and Coco Cay. Out of those 4 stops, 2 of them are Royal Caribbean's private destinations.
And they were my favorite.
Yeah.
Not gonna lie.
Labadee, you can never go wrong with. There's lots to do on the island. Of course, your drink package works there. Of course, Coco Cay is a lot closer back here to the United States. So, it only sits about 75 miles off the coast of Florida, South Florida. So I would definitely take that into account if you're booking a cruise during the winter time.
It's going to be cold.
Yeah.
Yes.
The water is going to be a little chilly.
It was already a little chilly, second week of April. It was tolerable.
Yeah.
But it was a little chilly.
It's been starting to warm up.
Yeah.
But during the winter time, you can expect probably surf temperatures in the 60s and 70s.
Yeah. Not comfortable.
Yeah, really. Yeah, it's really not comfortable to go and swim in. So that would be one thing to think about. The pool and the Oasis Lagoon at Coco Cay, that's just, there's no heater on that as well. Something to think about.
But the Oasis Lagoon was fun.
Yeah, with a small bar.
It was my first time in Coco Cay ever. You've been there, right?
Yeah. But this is the first time back since they did their upgrade back in, I think, when they opened in 2020, right before the shutdowns.
Oh, that's right. When you went, they didn't have a proper dock.
No, you used to come in on Coco Cutter 1 and Coco Cutter 2. And
the tenders?
They tender you in. So
yeah, definitely different. But it's funny, we saw, Norwegian Cruise Line. You could literally throw a rock at their island and see them. They were coming in at the same time, and they had like 3 or 4 tenders bringing their passengers onto their island. It was right there.
Yeah.
Oh, I wish we had like a little kayak, go over there and say hi. Coco Cay was a party.
Yeah, that was a great time.
It was fun. I didn't expect that at all.
Yeah, we really enjoyed Oasis Lagoon and hanging out at the swim up bar, and they got a live DJ sitting in a little island in the middle of the lagoon playing all the tunes everyone wants to hear. So
yeah, it was fun. There were 2 ships in port. There was us, which was 6,500-ish.
Yeah,
and
plus Freedom of the Seas.
Another couple thousand.
At least a few
So we were
thousand.
like 10,000 passengers on this island. Everybody was just ready to party.
Oh, yeah.
I felt like I was in college again. I don't know if you can tell, my voice is still raspy. I was a woohoo girl last week. Woo!
They were a little understaffed at the swim up bar, so the wait times for beverages were pretty high. You were going to stand there for 15, 20 minutes before you finally got a drink at that bar. There were so many people.
Yeah.
I would say if you're going to book an itinerary that includes Coco Cay, try to look and make sure it's not going to be a stop on the weekend there. You get a lot of these 3-night cruises with a ton of party animals on board.
It adds a few extra 1,000 people to the island as well. Yep.
So
yeah, I agree. It's definitely something to look for. Look at on your next sailing.
Yeah, I would just be kind of, if that's your thing, then cool. If it's not, then something to be aware of.
To Labadee, we've been there like 3 times before already. So this is our 4th time in Labadee. So we already knew what we wanted to do.
Just hang out and go to the
the swim up bar.
There's like a floating tiki bar that's anchored out off the coast, and you can just wait on out there and climb the ladder up and get yourself a labadoozy.
Labadoozy. Yeah, that's what we did pretty much. Well, we met a lot of people on this sailing. I don't know if it's us or everybody else, or everybody's just so excited to finally be cruising again with no restrictions. So everybody was just so nice and ready to hang out and meet other people. So it was just a blast. When we booked this sailing, Rob was like, what destinations do you want to go to? I'm like, I don't care. I just want to be on a ship. I don't care where we go. And that's pretty much like what we did.
Yeah.
We didn't really do excursions or that much stuff this trip because we just wanted to enjoy ourselves and relax. But Labadee, if you go, there are a few cool things to do. There's jet skiing and the coaster is cool. There's the zip lining. And then there's that water park, Thrill Water Park, or whatever it's called. It's like this big inflatables. One of these friends that we met that actually live in Orlando, not too far from us. Yeah, we made a lot of friends. Their kid jumped on it, and that was a lot of fun.
If you want to splurge a little bit, you can get a day bed or a cabana. I mean, I really don't think it's necessary.
No.
There's a lot of seating available all over the resort area. Some pretty unique seating as well. They got some swings in the water.
Oh, that's new since last time.
Different stuff. So
I liked that. That was a lot of fun.
Of course, we have San Juan, Puerto Rico. They dock you right there in Old San Juan. And lots to do. You can visit the forts, explore the old town there, all the shops and little restaurants and stuff.
A little tip, if you go to one of the forts and show your receipt to the other fort, they'll let you in for free. And we did that last time we were there, and I loved it. I think walking around the forts were really cool. And the city itself was cute, very old and cobblestone,
Yeah.
Very European. So cute.
St. Thomas, there's a little area there. There's a lot to do. When you get off the ship, it's not right there in the port area. You're going to have to take a cab or get yourself a tour guide to take you to the different things to do around the island. But there's a big gondola where you can take that to the top of the one in the mountains and overlook the whole area. There's a lot of stuff to do. Just being that we want to get on a cruise, and we booked this one basically last minute. All the shore excursions were taken, and we just wanted to relax and unwind for this week we were on board. So we didn't really take advantage of anything that was in that protocol.
We got off, got some rum cake, ran into these friends that we made at the karaoke bar, and then we went back in the pool with them.
Went right back. Yeah, and we did the same kind of thing in San Juan. Got out, walked around for a few minutes, and
it's a little easier to do it in San Juan, though. Yeah, because you can walk around 20 minutes, and we bought a postcard, sent it to our mom and dad.
In the end, would we go back on the Oasis the Seas again? Of course, we had a good time. But I think for the next cruise, we're going to jump to another ship and see what that has to offer.
Yeah, I definitely want to try some other stuff.
If you have a comment, shout out, suggestion, or question you'd like to ask us, shoot us an email at royalcruiseblog@gmail.com. And as a special thanks for listening today, we'd like to offer you 10% off in the Royal Cruise Blog gift shop. Just use coupon code podcast10 at checkout. For links to the gift shop and all of our social media, visit us at royalcruiseblog.com. So as we end, I'll give you guys a little bit of trivia. Did you know that Royal Caribbean has actually cut not one, but 2 of their ships in half before to increase capacity? The first time was way back in 1978, where they cut the Song of Norway in half, Royal Caribbean's first ship, and they took it from 552 feet to 637 feet, increasing the passenger capacity from 724 to 1,196. And then they did it again in 2005 with the Enchantment of the Seas. During a 31-day dry dock, the vessel received a brand new 2,939-ton midsection that increased its capacity to 2,250 guests, added 151 new cabins, plus new public areas and features, including a bungee trampoline, the Bolero's Lounge, and the splash deck, interactive fountain play area for kids. Well, that's all we have for you today.
Thank you so much for joining the Royal Cruise Cast. We hope you enjoyed this episode. If you did, please leave us a review on Apple Podcasts and Spotify, and please share this episode with others who might be interested in cruising too. Also, please don't hesitate to let us know which topics you'd like us to cover in future episodes.
Be sure to visit royalcruiseblog.com for more great entertainment and ways to connect with us. Thanks for listening.
See you next time.